Hey guys, I know y'all haven't seen me in a while. We have been in the trenches. If you hear some snoring in the background, that's my son. We have been sick. He has had bronchitis and he gave it to me. And look, it's so rough. I'm missing two nails. I haven't even been able to get my nails done, my toes done. We've been struggling. But I wanted to come on here and just kind of share something that I had an epiphany about recently. So, recently, I have really been on this self love journey. I have been really working on healing. Remember, I told you guys, like in a previous post, that I was going to get a therapist. We got a therapist. So we've really been kind of rediscovering us, what we like, what's our passions, just basically how we are deep rooted in connections and relationships with family and friends and love interests. And I've realized something. A lot of the way I approach my relationships are due to childhood trauma. And I usually choose people who are avoidant, who are very narcissistic, who are very abusive, because those were the things that I experienced growing up as a child. I pick partners who I feel like I have to chase. I feel like I need their validation in order for them to love me, because in my childhood, I received inconsistent love. Like if I did something my parents wanted me to do, that's when I was praised, that's when I was loved. But when I did not and I wasn't always at my best, that I didn't receive that praise, I didn't receive that love. And I tend to choose partners who a lot of times they didn't really get that love, or they received the same inconsistent love that I've had. So they tend to be more avoidant, they tend to be more aggressive, they tend to be more narcissistic in their approach when they're dating me, and even in friendships. So I've made it a habit recently to really be intentional with self-love and self-care. And I am a people pleaser. I learned that growing up as well. To do things that other people wanted me to do that necessarily never made me happy, but it just was for the gratification of other people. And I feel like when you have relationships, there's compromise without self sacrificing. And I was self sacrificing and I did not know it in a lot of my connections with people. That's why I was attracting the type of partners that I was attracting, and still kind of attracting those same type of partners. So I have taken a break from really dating and just really have been sitting down journaling and, really just pouring into my own cup. And I'm just finding so much joy in that, honestly. I have never experienced that. I'm really giving myself the love and the safety net that I've never experienced. And that's why I'm like the type of mom that I am with my son, because I want him to be able to come to me in any situation, even when he's not at his best. I don't want him to ever think I'm going to throw his failures or his mistakes in his face. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give my honest opinion, but I'm always going to support him and be there for him and encourage him and allow him to know that everybody makes mistakes and that doesn't make me love you any less. I want him to be the best version of himself, and I'm always going to encourage that. And a lot of times I think that our parents have always taught us that the inconsistent love is because they want us to be the best version. But to be honest, all it does is allow you to get older and think and have a mindset of you have to chase in order to be loved and in order to be accepted. I didn't really know my biological father growing up, and I wanted to be a daddy's girl so bad, y'all. I wanted to be a daddy's girl so bad. I had my stepfather who raised us, and there were five of us, and I was a middle child. So a lot of times I often felt very neglected, and I didn't get that father daughter relationship that I've always wanted to have. So a lot of that made me feel that I wasn't worthy of it and I didn't deserve it. So when I come across certain men in certain situations and certain relationships, I always feel like I have to over love and over give and overshare to prove that I'm worth their time, their love, and its attention and affection. And what I'm learning is that I'm starting to, not that I don't care, but I'm starting to look for that in myself. I'm starting to pour that into myself. I'm starting to say, hey, I'm worthy of my time. I'm worthy of my love. I'm worthy of my attention. Let me go ahead and start doing more things for me. And let me go ahead and start being a little bit more selfish. And I know other people that I have known, like friends that I have, they're probably looking at me like, girl, what's going on with her? This ain't like her. It's nothing personal. It's just that I'm the safety net that I always needed. And I realized that. I'm the love that I always needed. And to know that, and to know that I have the key and I possess the power to set myself free from those traumas really is mind blowing. That's life changing. So I want all those people that have been through things to understand that you can work on the outside, but you got to work on the inside too. That's just as important. You can look good, but if you haven't worked on that trauma on the inside, it's going to be hard for you to find a relationship or connection with friends, with family, with lovers that you're going to feel fully satisfied in, that you're going to feel fully loved in, and that you're going to feel fully emotionally regulated in and safe in, you know? And it all starts with you pouring into you and you being that safe space and that self-regulation for yourself. Sometimes, and that's hard. It's harder than it looks. I'm going to be honest with you. It is so easy to look for someone else to give you gratification versus you providing that gratification for yourself. I try to teach my son every single day, and he's spoiled. And, he's 9 and he's the only child. So, honestly, a lot of times he's very self centered. But I try to instill in him and have conversations with him about being compassionate and caring towards other people, even when they're not giving you something, even when they're not able to do for you, even when they're not able to show up for you in the way that you would like them to. Sometimes they need the support. Sometimes they're not able to do it. And when they're not able to do it, we don't discard them. We sit in those moments and we support them. We love on them. We care about them, but don't overgive. Don't overlove. You give a little, let them reciprocate that energy. And if they're not able to reciprocate it, it's because they haven't dealt with their traumas and they're not ready yet. And that is okay too. So I kind of just wanted to share that. I felt like it probably could help somebody. I'm in my 90s. It's almost time for us to go to bed. I'm tired. I feel awful. Hopefully by tomorrow we feel better. I'm hoping that this, whatever I got going on, kicks within this week. But I just wanted to share that because I wanted you guys to understand that it's okay to be human. We all make mistakes when nobody's perfect, and we're all learning and we're on this journey together. And those traumas are not meant to keep you stagnant. They're meant to make you a better person and make you a better version of yourself. They're meant to help you grow. So if we look at life like that, we can all move forward. And trust me, your girl getting back in the gym. Because that's one thing I wanted to work on, because I'm working on the inside. I damn sure need to be working on the outside. So just know that that's coming. But I love y'all real bad. And I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.